Hello everyone, I am Professor Scruffy and I'm hot. Again. This summer just does not want to die. And so you guys get to see my arms today. Woo! Alright, well, let's continue with Professor Layton and Last Specter. We'll do a bit of a recap for those of you who missed Friday's stream. Story so far. While Emmy is in London, Layton and Luke continue their investigation on Highard Hill. Will they find the key piece of the puzzle they are looking for? Will Emmy be alright on her own? I don't think we need to worry about it. She just sped out of here. The road's dangerous, you know. Come on, let's get on with the investigation. Where do we go from here? We need to find out as much as we can about Mr. Bard's death. Ariana said the people in town weren't very fond. Yes, that's true. Why do you think that was? Honestly, Mr. Layton, I have no idea what adults actually think. Fair enough. But we'll have to investigate this if we want to gain Ariana's trust. I suppose so. Let's talk to some people in town. Alright, well, let's do an actual recap of what happened on stream. It's quite the journey from the month all the way up to Highard Hill where Bard Manor stands. We may be able to find out more about this calamity which from the local community on the way. In any case, Luke is eager to go, so we shall press on to Highard Hill. On our way to Highard Hill, we heard some stories from locals who were afraid of the calamity witch. Unfortunately, we were unable to get anything out of Greg, but on the whole, we gained some information. When we reached Highard Hill, we heard that an investigative team had been sent to search for the Golden Garden. If we have the chance, I would like to meet them. When we arrived at Bard Manor, we were greeted by an overgrown garden and a servant by the name of Seamus. I had heard that all the servants were dismissed after Edward Bard's death, but perhaps one still remains. He claims to be the gardener, which is surprising considering the state of neglect the gardens are in. Ariana may be being kept prisoner in this manner. It seems that it is possible to get into the house through a passage connected to the nearby garden. I dislike the idea of breaking into private property, but our first priority must be to see to Ariana's safety. We have no choice but to enter however we can. We entered Bard Manor through the guard tower to find it empty, desolate, and covered in cobwebs. It doesn't feel as if this house is inhabited at all. Can Ariana really be here? There is, however, some traces of this family so far, notably a photograph of Ariana and her brother when they were young. Ariana, the infamous calamity which turned out to be quite an ordinary little girl, although she seemed to harbor a great deal of bitterness and hostility. She's convinced that her life is cursed. Maybe that is why she was so cold and whom she knew from the past. How can we persuade her to open up her heart to the outside? This is pure conjecture on my part, but Ariana may be hiding something. This would explain why she is doing her best to keep the townspeople away from the manor. This may be related to the plot. Let's collect some information about the Bard estate from the neighbors. As we were walking along the riverbank, we came across a strange character trying to conceal himself in the bushes. His name is Goosey, and he seems to have a complicated background. We have confirmed that all the servants from Bard Manor were dismissed after Bard's death, so why is Seamus the gardener still around? On the banks, we met a helpful woman who gave us some pointers. Although a resident of Miss Tavery, she doesn't believe in the legend of the spirit. As for the calamity, then she dismissed the stories as no more than childish myths. She directed us to a boy who used to be a close friend of Ariana and took us. should find him to the west of the Grand Plaza. Sean, the boy we met in the residential streets of Higher Hill, is in fact Tony's best friend. He says he has not seen Tony recently, but he often spots Seamus the gardener on his way to the market. It seems Seamus travels down by boat and goes back with large quantities of goods. According to our information so far, Seamus often visits the market to go shopping. When we heard that his boat had just been seen going downstream, we set off immediately in pursuit. As the only servant who still lives in the manor, he must be the key to opening up our account. We're sure to find out something useful if we follow him. After talking to Taffy and the Black Demons, I think I'm beginning to understand the true nature of Ariana's curse. Nobody reported seeing Seamus in the market, but several people spotted a boy from Higher Hill buying Taffy's candy and stocking up on groceries. I'm not sure what, but I have a feeling that something is about to happen. As I expected, a new incident has occurred, which more or less solves the mystery of the Calamity Village. The witch's mark was found on the wall of a new house. On the ground beneath, someone had dropped a candy wrapper. From what we know, it's easy to work out who's behind this mystery. For their own sake, I must put a stop to it now. Ariana's fearsome reputation as the Calamity Witch was all owing to her brother's Tony's attempt to protect her from town gossip. I hope this reassures Ariana and helps her realize that she is not the victim of any curse. I was a little surprised by the two children's refusal to discuss the Spectre's flute, but it would be best to let them be. Luke seems to believe that the Spectre is controlling his father, Clark, and the other adults in the town. Having noticed that all the incidents seem to be linked to Evan Bard's death incident, we decided to check the police records for information and articles about the incident. There must be something in those records that will help us get to the bottom of this. We requested access to the police records on the death of Evan Bard, but were denied on the grounds we are outsiders. However, we did find out from the receptionist that copies of all those records are kept in Scotland in London. Amy kindly offered to go back to London to obtain them. I'll have to rely on her. I've rushed back to London to fetch those notes for the professor, but now I realise I don't even know where his office is. I'll have to ask somebody around here. Oh, that reminds me, I didn't think to give Amy directions to my office. I do hope she finds it. Having gotten directions from Dean Delmona, I found the professor's office, where I met Rosa cleaning. I'll bet she knows where to find the professor's notes. I was in a hurry, so I'm afraid I must have left the room in rather a mess. Thanks to Rosa, I soon found the notes the professor asked me for. Next, I'm off to Scotland Yard to get hold of those reports about Miss Towery from the police archives. I wonder who Emmy's sources are. Could she have contacted the police? I got to Scotland Yard, but it seems I won't be allowed access to the archives without Inspector Grosky being there. According to Monica from reception, the inspector was last seen dashing off into town to make an arrest. I'd better go after him, or I'll never catch him. How do you suppose Emmy's investigation is? Wrong button. As I run through the streets on Inspector Grosky's trail, I realize how strangely peaceful it is here, completely removed from the crisis in this tower. I haven't heard a single thing about it. It's as if the news hadn't reached London at all. Anyway, I should find the inspector and see. I do hope she got to London in one piece. I must simply be too slow, because Inspector Grosky has already gone back to Scotland Yard. I wonder if the police are responsible for all this mess at the museum. I must say I feel quite sorry for the curator. She's probably looking for the archives as we speak. When I finally got back to the police station, there I found Inspector Grosky, as spirited as ever. When I explained the situation, he happily gave me access to the police records, so I'm going down to the archives. I hope she'll be able to locate the documents in the rather extensive police archives. With some extra help from Inspector Chelney, we managed to find the reports we were looking for. I also got my photographs developed, so I'm all set to go back to Miss Towery. I might have accidentally picked up Inspector Grosky too. I suppose it's natural that I should hurry. The Professor and Luke are waiting for me, so I'd better hurry and deliver those documents. Inspector Grosky has set off for Miss Towery on foot. I really hope they'll be alright. Okay, time to go. I'm on my way, Professor. I'll just have to trust her and get on with my own investigation. Having sent Emmy off to fetch the records, Luke and I have decided to continue investigating the town. We know that the locals are afraid of the calamity, but do they really feel such resentment toward Ariel? I have trouble believing it. This requires further examination, including finding out more about Bard's reputation when he was alive. Alright, so that's where we stand, dude. We got anything here in the Faded method. No longer an object used to seek treasure, but to be treasured. And a strange seed. Who knows what kind of plant may grow from this oddly shaped seed? We won't bother with the puppet together right now. Probably don't have all the actions we need. The chief is not back yet, sorry. Alright, fine. We'll just be on our way. The mission of the West Hammery police force is to serve the people. We refuse to not cooperate. We're open to the general public, except when we're too busy doing it. Flag is a bit of a pain, isn't it? That street light must have been damaged by the Spectre. Yes, it looks like it. The Spectre has attacked several times since Mr. Bard's death. Most of the houses have been rebuilt, but some things on the streetlights remain unrepaired. Can you remember all the areas the Spectre has attacked? Not off the top of my head, no. However, I have kept a record of every place the Spectre attacked. I was hoping this might come in handy someday. Good work, Hood. That's very useful information, I would think. I don't know what to say. What? Is it no good? Look, your organizational skills are quite impressive. This is wonderful done. This is the groundwork we need in order to make sound deductions. The more information we gather, cross-reference, the greater chance of us finding the truth. So it's helpful? Extremely. Great work. Let's continue our investigation.
What, you want to ask me some questions? I know my rights, buddy. You can't just go around asking people questions. I can have my dad arrest you for that, you know?
Sure. Your father is highly regarded.
Of course he is. My dad was the one who figured out that Bard committed suicide. Everyone was scratching their heads until my dad showed up.
So your father handled that case.
You bet he did. He found the will and the eyewitness. If you ask me, this town is pretty lucky to have him watching over. You bet it is.
What do you know about a will witness to Bard's death? I was worried about Ariana, so I didn't pay much attention to the investigation. Sorry. I hope Emmy can dig up some clues. You puzzled me. I knew if there was trouble here, Chief Jakes would take care of it. He offered to pay for my hotel to make up for the Spectre stuff. In the city, the police chief doesn't take much time to help you. I did have a bit of trouble getting into town in the first place. I came here after I read the story about the Golden Garden, but I got turned away. What did you do with it? Oh, my friend and I took the back way over the mountains. The Spectre appeared my first night here. The police sealed off the area, so I didn't actually get to see it. And you've been here ever since? Well, I came all this way, plus the police have been so kind. Spectre totally terrified my friend, though. She's in one of these pictures. Can you guess which one she is? A familiar face. One of these girls is my best friend. She has blonde hair, doesn't wear glasses, and has a mole under her right eye. Can you tell who it is? Just from brief observation, it appears to be number C. But it can't be that easy, can it? Oh wait, no. That's her left eye. So, blonde hair, doesn't wear glasses. Must be this one then.
A challenging puzzle, to be sure.
Not so
I
much
love the thrill of a good solution.
Correct. The answer is A. She has blonde hair and doesn't wear glasses and has a mole under her right eye. What, you couldn't see the mole in the first picture? Well, never mind. She was the only one who could have matched the given description. Ooh, we got a new fish tank. Have you seen the gold? No, I've been to the excavation site, but there's nothing there. Even the dig team is gone now, but I think I'm going to stay a bit. After all, the Spectre is still out there somewhere. The restaurant's great, the police pay my way, I love it here. The townspeople there know how the tax money is being used. I don't think they'd approve. Alright, shall we have a look at this fish tank? Give it a quick... Well... Racists. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. A tank that recreates the cozy ambience of a quiet park at dusk. The key point is where the long water ivy starts. Don't let yourself get distracted. Alright, well, let's see what happens if we set it first. What if we put it here? This one's a bit too involved, I think. I'll wait for later.
She hears some kind of supercop they call the third eye.
I saw a movie like that once. At the end of the movie, the cop just closed his eyes and smelled out the cop. The cop was a dog. That sounds quite impressive for a canine police officer. Yeah, well, some people use their skills to solve cases. Some people use their skills to do their hair. Cops do seem to be pretty good about telling people which areas to evacuate. I'll give them that. You say dog. Communicating your predictions to the county. Dolan told the police, and then they led the evacuation. There certainly was a police presence in the building the day of the Spectre. Having tea with a Spectre and a witch in a golden garden. This town is too much. I still haven't seen the Dixon with the golden garden yet. We're close if you would like to go. As an archaeologist, I find it hard to resist. Well, Emmy still isn't back yet, so let's go. It's just west of here. I appreciate it. Thank you. Of course. It's all part of our investigative circuit after all. Let's go west.
Tony and I used to do birds of fun puzzles together. It was so much fun. I love puzzles. Journey was always better than a puzzle when I was little. I would try just as hard as he did, but he was always better. I hope he's not mad at me or something. I hope I didn't mess anything up. Hey, do you like puzzles? Here, this is a puzzle about messing things up. Want to try it? Come on.
Sun's slip up. Hey Dad, I finished making the London that you asked for. Thanks son, it looks great, but you got one letter wrong. What? No way! That's... Oh, I guess I did. I'll fix it right away. So, which letter did the sun get wrong? Well, if this is going to be like a newspaper press or something, it needs to be backwards. So the only letter that isn't backwards is the D. Or upside down.
How about this?
Apparently not.
Some puzzles are simply impossible.
Alright. What if we do like a mirror image? It'll be... Oh. So I guess it is the L.
I think this is right. I knew I could do it.
Correct. The L is wrong. The word has been carved onto a giant stamp, so it needs to look correct when stamped onto something. If you were to stamp it as shown in the puzzle, you'd see a big mistake.
That's it. Wow, you're almost as good as Joni. That was really, really good. That was fun. Thanks. I haven't seen Tony for ages. I hope we're still friends. Do you think we're still friends?
It sounds as though you two are quite close.
It's been a year since he stopped coming down to play, but he's still my very best friend. Very best.
Okay. Now I'm curious as to how many puzzles are in this story. Where's the puzzle piece? sinkholes have been appearing around town. Sinkholes and the specter. There's a relationship. Is it one of the specter's powers? Here's tweets again.
I dress as the Black Raven and fool people looking for the black market, but I hate running. Friend tells me I'm too big. Maybe she's right.
Why not try sharing your sweets with your friends?
Sharing? Oh, that's an idea. It won't be easy. Could you help?
Cutting the cake. Better than cutting the cheese, am I right?
I suppose I could share this triangular cake. It's really tasty, but I can spare half of it, and my friends can divide that between them. Then again, it is my cake. It's only fair I should have most of it. I'll just cut 2 pieces with a ratio of 4 to 5 and take the bigger piece. That's still pretty generous, isn't it?
The sides of the cake are 15 inches long. How far along the side should be cut? So 12 inches, I get. No, not 12 inches. No, hang on. If there's a ratio of 4 to 5, 4 and 5, then that means it's dividing into 9, essentially. Alright. 15 divided by 9 is 1 and a third? No, 1 and 2 thirds. 1.6. I might actually need some help here. This math is too mathy. You don't need to perform complicated math calculations to solve the puzzle. You just need to remember that with this equilateral triangle, each side is the same length, 15 inches. Yeah. Is it possible to divide the cake into several smaller equilateral triangles? If you can figure out a way to do that, it should be easier to determine the correct proportion of the 2 final slices. To divide the cake into portions with a ratio of 4 to 5, you could cut the top section into 4 tiny pieces and the bottom into 5 tiny pieces of the same size. Therefore, how long would be the side of one of those tiny pieces be? Okay, sure. Let's see. So we'd be going, basically cutting this into 4 triangles. So something like. Those aren't going to be equal pieces, so are they? But if we get that, I'm not sure how much this helps me. You could cut the top section into 4 pieces and the bottom into 5 pieces the same size. Therefore, how long would be the side of one of those tiny pieces? Well, they're each going to be a third. But 1/3 of 15 is 5. But we're not doing equal pieces here, are we? We're doing right, so 5, 10. Okay, I get it.
This took some creative thinking. No puzzle is without an answer.
Correct.
I can have my cake and eat it too. If I cut the side at 10 inches as shown, the proportion of the proportions is exactly 4 to 5. I can eat lots of cake and share it with my friends too.
You actually up in theater next.
Thank you. Now I can share my cake with my friends.
Don't mention it. I hope you find that sharing makes your cake taste even more.
Really? I like the sound of that. I just have to remember to actually take it to my friends now.
Good. Look at this ravine. This started as a sinkhole too. That looks pretty deep. I got sand in my mouth. Yuck! Look at the beautiful structure of the rock. It's truly fascinating. I think we found ourselves a puzzle. One way. This board consists of 9 panels with arrows. By swapping just 2 of the arrows, you may enter the board via an arrow, follow the directions around the whole board, and exit the board with the final arrow. Which arrows should you swap? Okay. So you have to go around the whole board. Okay, so this is a problem. Okay, I see. So if we start here, we want to go down, swap this one, and swap this one. Can we rotate them? Oh, you have to actually swap. That's cool. can't swap them with each other, it gives us the exact same result. Alright, well, let's just move them around and see what happens. I'm gonna need some help for this. Decide what arrow to start from. You keep going until you end up on a panel that points you in the wrong direction. Try swapping this with other arrows until you find the correct route. Try that. You need to swap the top center panel with another. Keep trying until you find the right one. Okay. It's not going to be a down, obviously. Start here. Ah, there we go.
Some puzzles must be met directly. A gentleman leaves no puzzle undone.
Well done, you're through. That was a nice mental block. Hey, I'm Dugan. I'm on the dig team with the Golden Garden. Dig team, you said? There doesn't appear to be anyone else here. Yeah, I guess now it's not so much a dig team as it is just a dig. Everyone pretty much gave up. Things haven't been going so well. If you go up to the dig site, you'll see. I'm still doing what I can, which isn't much. I think you could help me clear out some rubble. Okay. Eureka! You've discovered the priceless treasure at the bottom of the dig site. Unfortunately, it's buried under a ton of rubble. Move the rubble out of the way so you can get your hands on the treasure. Okay. Another one of these. Well, that wasn't as difficult as the last one, I guess I had to do.
A challenging puzzle, to be sure. I love the thrill of a good solution.
Success! Knowing how to maneuver your way around tight spaces is the key to solving this little gem. It's possible to solve this puzzle with a minimum of 14 moves. How many moves did you need to uncover the treasure? No, I wasn't counting. New toy train. So do you think the golden duck is here? All I can say is that we dug pretty deep and found nothing. No evidence of any ancient civilization. Nothing. Some stories suggest that the Golden Garden is much older civilization as we know it. Perhaps it belonged to an age of giant animals and monsters who are no longer here to speak to us. Or something like that. Who knows? Maybe we just need to dig deep. Must be several water sources down there as well. Do you think the water in the garden is behind? Well, that is indeed one more possibility. You think we didn't go down far enough, eh? But I am interested in research. Are you an archaeologist? No, I'm just, a digger. My intuition says not to give up just yet, though. This could all just be nonsense, too. You never know. Will you push me in the wheelbarrow? It appears to be in pretty bad shape. Why did they need to patch it up? Here you can be one. This is elementary and sedimentary. Do you think one of those swirly almanac sources in there? Hey, oh dear, Max. Should we have a quick look at the train? Wait, what's up with this train? There's hardly any fuel. If we run out of fuel and can't get to our new excavation site on time, we'll lose the spot to someone else. We'll just have to refuel on the go. Okay.
Oh no, we can't cross there. We can't get in. Hey, I think that's it. As long as we don't bump into a car. We have to avoid one of the fuels, but I can see a way to do it. Let's see how it Okay, so far so good. Close. I think this is where we're gonna run into problems. Alright. I'll have to figure this out another time. The next DX game I play, I may need to try another game. This one's clearly struggling. Dynamite. Just as Dugan said, it looks like they haven't turned up. What makes you say that? I can tell from the exposed struggle. Actually, your father is quite the genius. My father? Really? Clark excelled at identifying organisms and slugs. He never told you about that? My father had been so busy with the town that we haven't spoken much recently. Seems like a different person since he became the mayor. I think maybe my mom went because she couldn't deal with him anymore. I bet he's not even my dad. What if the Spectre really... What if the Spectre kidnapped my real dad? That is hiding. Although I also believe that Clark is out. The Spectre is controlling him. When did you notice this change in him? Well, when he became mayor, right before the Spectre appeared. Show Clark will return to its old self once we sort out these things. But I need your help. We'll get to the bottom of this. You believe me, don't you? Of course I do, Mr. Mayor. Good. When Emmy returns, we will see. Now, maybe a little early, but let's head for the bottom. You think Emmy is back by now? If she's not, then we can look at some of the archive newspapers. Maybe we can find something. I see. You know where the library is, don't you? It's east of the crossroads. Of course. Let's go. That was a good guess. The smell of a fresh day. It has been quite a long time. I thought you explored places like this all the time, Mr. Layton. Unfortunately, no. I'm usually all over my studying these days. But enough. Perhaps you can take a look at this puzzle. Sorting artifacts.
archaeologist shows you some ancient runes found on a dig in this tower. These runes were divided into two groups, but I seem to have mixed them up. Can you sort the runes into the correct groups? Only the top left rune cannot be moved. Alright, so what do we got here? An apple. Pokeball. Kites. Headphones. Face. Necklace. These all appear to be man-made objects. Shall we try that? Why not?
How about
They didn't
this?
give us much to go on.
Oh, I'm just not cut out for this.
Don't despair. We'll figure it out. Probably. Alright, let's get some more information. The key is to look at the symbols. Do any of the rooms have something in common? There should be 3 runes in the left box and 4 on the right. Well, I got that much right at least. Oh, come on. Spambot, why are you like this? Nothing more annoying than this bit. Alright, let's get back to this. Use the stylus to find out what the runes have in common. Try tracing the symbols on each rune. Okay. Can't rotate. I'm not really seeing anything here. Some of the runes may be written out using a single pen stroke that never retraces itself. You should be able to sort them out. Okay. Well. Okay, so This one you definitely can't do. That one's fine. That one should definitely be here. They say it's only 3 on the left foot? Oh wait, hang on. Okay, so you can trace it. Okay, got it.
I think this is right. That puzzle wasn't so hard.
The runes are divided into 2 groups. The ones on the left can be written in 1 pen stroke without lifting the pen or retracing the line. And the ones on the right cannot. Well, so Clark and I always used to swap puzzles like this one. You and my dad were best friends, huh? What was he like back then? Well, Clark was a very hard-working student, always on time and incredibly difficult. He was a favorite with the faculty, so they often assigned him particularly tricky tasks. We both often ended up falling asleep face first in our rooms. And despite all that, he always had time for friends and family. She was like that now. I'm sorry you and your father have been having a difficult time. Once we get to the bottom of all this, I'm sure things will go back to how they were. I'm not sure I want them to. Whoa! I didn't think that was on. Can't be using dynamite to unearth rock. That's not a good way to conduct an archaeological dig, is it? It is not. Certainly hope the gold gun is somewhere else. Do you think all the caves are connected? It's too dark to see anything. This one seems quite large. Why don't you have a look? It's really dark. Silver. Nice. Alright, let's head back. Another puzzle. We dug up this entire area, but we came up with nothing. Maybe there is no gold gun now. What nothing? Well, we found some things of historical value, but none of them had anything to do with the golden gun. They were just old relics. So everyone involved with the dig is now gone. Yep, only I remain. I'm one of the only people still in the hotel. Speaking of the hotel, there are a couple of strange signs hanging out in front of it. Two signs decorate the entrance to this unique hotel. One sign has a mirrored surface with several lines drawn across it. It also reflects the lines drawn on the sign directly opposite. When both sets of lines are combined, they form a 3-digit number that states the price of the deluxe suite. How much would a night in the deluxe suite run you? Okay. Let's see.
Some puzzles must be met directly. A little more thought is in order.
Alright, hit me. You'll need to visualize a reflection in the mirror to solve this particular puzzle. Try using the memo function. I did. First digit is 5. I did have the 5. Right, it's backwards. So 546.
This took some creative thinking.
Sure,
A gentleman leaves no puzzle undone.
correct. The answer is $546. A little pricier than one might think, eh? Well, the archaeologists who went home will probably come in with new exciting hypotheses. Perhaps there is no longer any horror in actually finding gold. If it truly exists, I would like to know it. Even if I share my cake, I could never give up any of my candy. Taffy's a sweet genius. I wish Tony would come and play with me again. Do you think he'll come by again soon? That's the town hall. They use it for big events and meetings. Stained glass windows set in the white facade. What a grand. Comes up fishy if you ask me. I saw a movie about a fish colonies. It was pretty good. I wonder what Chief Jakes would say if I just stayed in this gallery. We have a police chief here who solves every case. He'll catch a Spectre soon. Of course, if he doesn't, then we'll be paying taxes for it. That would be nearly as bad as Mr. Bard counting us on our rents. Okay, so it sounds like Bard may have been an evil landlord. Oh, gotcha. Soft breeze, the blue sky, it's almost enough to make one forget about the Spectre. It's nice when things are so peaceful. I can ruminate on the things I love. Nice weather, pretty girls, myself, cats too. Speaking of cats, take a look at this. Sweet little kitty has gotten herself trapped in a maze, and it's up to you to rescue her. She won't come out when called, so you have to coax her out with some very fresh fish. She's so hungry that she'll head toward any fish she spots in her direct line of sight and eat it before looking around for the next fish. Lead this trapped kitty to the goal using only 6 fish. I think we did this one on Friday, but it was a slightly different maze with only 7 fish instead of 6. Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. Might need some help with this one. Keep in mind that the cat will travel any distance with just one fish as long as it's in a straight line. You want to start by placing a fish 2 spaces to the right of the cat. Okay.
This is what I've come up with. That was it!
Correct. Use 6 fish to rescue the cat. She must be a very full kitty now. Another train. Never know what a cat is thinking. There are mice everywhere in this town, but not too many cats. What a shame. I guess we've never done nothing quick on the trains. Now, I'm a quiet, peaceful soul by nature, but I can't get a wink of sleep lately because of this ridiculous cause. Tell me, how are you supposed to get through all the stations and to the goal? I'm at my wit's end. Interesting. Let's see how that goes. Throw it. Okay. Alright, so give the train a bit more room this way. Oh, still not. Alright, well, that's a problem for another time. Well, actually, while I'm here, maybe that would be and might treat myself to a quick toilet break too. So back in just a minute. Don't go away. There we go. Alright, we're back. Let's get back to the game. I'm so lucky my house wasn't damaged. I can't even imagine how terrible that would be. This creepy guy again.
Policeman, can't spare a moment for a poor old man. I asked them if they could solve this puzzle, and what do? They just toss it aside. We're busy with a spectre, they said. It's an insult to intelligence.
Lanky lamppost. Can you work out the height of this lamppost just by looking at its shadow? Post next to the light has a height of 1 meter and casts a shadow 1.5 meters long. This again. I'm not even going to bother trying. Shadow on the wall is a tricky part. It runs vertically up the wall, so the proportions of this part of the lamppost shadow are not stretched. Actually, its scale is the same as the post next to the lamp, or indeed any other vertical object. Think about a 2-meter post and how long its shadow would be. If the 1-meter post casts a 1.5 meter shadow long, 1.5 meter long shadow. Therefore, a post 2 meters tall would cast the shadow at 3 meters. Right. This is 1.5. If it's 2 meters, would cast the shadow to here. Should we just guess 3 meters?
A challenging puzzle, to be sure. What could have gone wrong here?
Concentrate on the shadows. The post is 1 meter tall with a shadow of 1.5 meters. In other words, the shadow is half as long again. The part of the lamppost shadow stretching from the wall of the post up to the wall was 3 meters. So the part of the lamppost casting a shadow on the ground is 2 meters high. Right. Yeah. So this section is 2 meters. So 4 meters maybe?
Some puzzles must be met directly. No puzzle is without an answer.
Precisely. The lamppost is 4 meters high.
You think the police would help a frail old man but rush off to find some boogeyman? It's about coming to these days, eh? Can you tell me that?
Once upon a time, the entire planet was lavishly green. Surrounded by creatures, even humans. But then humans formed off this nationality and separated themselves from it. What you say is especially true of some of us. It is especially true. That's why I said it. It's also why I'm on this tower. Lush and green. Sometimes it's just all too much. The green in the trees, the green in the shrubs. Open your eyes and see. Nothing can surpass the woven tapestry of nature's colors. Nothing. Yes, we really must go. If you'll excuse us. Checking with the cat. I don't think there's any puzzles I missed. Yeah. Well, there are, but none that I can't go back. Is that the guy who was hiding from me before again? Goosey! Goosey, what are you doing lurking down there?
I want a quiet place to hide, so I thought the library would work. I still stick out, don't I? Oh, I was trying to sandwich myself between the bookshelves, too.
Could just sit in the quiet corner out of sight.
Luke, you don't know what it's like to stick out everywhere you go. That's Goosey. But I can live with it. Hey, would you like to try a puzzle?
75. Feel like we skipped a few numbers there. A magic paint. On a square piece of wood with 20 centimeter sides, a mysterious fellow has painted an interesting design using a brush that is 10 centimeters wide. This painter used only one type of paint, but it's quite magical. It starts off pink, as shown in example 1. If the pink is painted over, it turns orange, as shown in example 2, and if the orange is painted over, it turns brown, as in example 3. With that in mind, how many brushstrokes did it take to paint this design? Okay. Alright, so he would have had to do 2 brushstrokes to get the pink, for instance. Three, 4 for these 2 orange ones, and 5 for this one.
How about this? I knew I could do it.
Correct. It's a the mysterious fellow only 5 brushstrokes to paint the design. Of course, if he didn't have magic paint, it wouldn't be quite so simple. Magic paint. My granny says the library is so old that it even has books on the legend of the Spectre. I still don't understand though, Goosey. Why were you hiding in that tiny little gap? It looked so nice and cozy. I thought if I could slip in there, I wouldn't stick out at all. Well, that's ambitious at least. Look at his butt sticking out. Welcome to the Miss Towery Library. If you can't find a book, tell me. I know where all of them are. We were hoping to look at a few local newspapers. The newspapers are over in the corner. If you need an archive copy, I know where those are. I need a newspaper from the day that Mr. Bell. I don't know where those are. Unless you've solved 50 puzzles, I'm sorry, but it's library policy. And you have done so. Wonderful. Please wait a moment. Interesting. So there's gatekeeping here. Sorry to keep you waiting. Is this what you were looking for? Yes, this is it. May I borrow it? Are you familiar with the concept of library? Library here. Go ahead, bring it back, please. Very strange indeed. No mention of Bard's death in the newspaper. Perhaps you need the article the day after he died? Well, that's no help. Perhaps not. How long should we wait for Emmy, Mr. Layton? Do you think she can even find the library? What was that, Luke? Emmy! Nice to see you. You too, Luke. Sorry I'm late, but I had trouble finding the big, scary place with all the books. I'm sorry, Emmy. I was just joking. Hysterical. The children's books are over in the corner. Sorry I kept you, Professor. Here are the materials you requested. Thank you. I apologize for the trouble, but this may bring us a step closer in our investigation. I also brought you a surprise. Well, if it isn't old Layton of the Grasset Howler. Inspector Grosky of the Yard. So you're the one Emmy has been helping. Not very sporty to keep that a secret, Emmy. Why, I don't know what you're talking about, Inspector. So you were Emmy's Scotland Yard connection, maybe? What a small world. I thought our investigation would have jogged the Professor's memory at some point. What was that, Emmy? What? Nothing. I was just... Is that a new hat, Professor? Haberdashery can wait. I hear there's some sort of giant spectre menacing this town. Yes, it is quite a situation. It sounds like Emmy has briefed you on some of the particulars, but allow me to fill in the details. The spectre has destroyed parts of the town with every appearance. Someone is pulling the strings on this one. However, I'm not yet certain. A spectre conspiracy? This shall not stand. I, Grosky of the Yard, will help you in your investigation. I shall go to the Miss Towery Police Chief and demand full cooperation. Hold on, Inspector. I haven't told you everything. There he goes. Quite the excitable gentleman. Well, let's take a look at what Emmy found. I think we'll find some useful information here. Oh, Professor, I have my film developed as well. Oh, good thinking, Emmy. According to the police report, Bard died when he fell off a cliff. No sign of struggle at the scene. A will was discovered in his house. The details are sketchy, but it appears that it could have been a suicide or an accident. And look at this. According to the single eyewitness, there was no one else in the area. And the eyewitness was... Clark Triton. What? My dad? Did Clark ever mention that? Did you know this, Luke? This is the first I've heard of it. Mom never mentioned it either. In his will, Mr. Bard left the rights to his land to Clark. left all that property to someone he wasn't related to? This is even more interesting. There is no mention of the Spectre in today's London newspaper. Despite the massive damage sustained by the town, no mention. Don't you find that strange? Well, the first we heard about this was in Luke's letter. Is someone trying to keep this story from getting out? It would appear so. Who would be capable of controlling the information like that? Let's confirm the report at the Mist Hallery police station before we jump to any conclusions. Perhaps Scruffy has tracked down the police chief for us. Evan Bard. There are many unresolved questions surrounding the death of Evan Bard. What really happened there? I'm positive that the key to unraveling the mystery of the Spectre lies in Evan Bard's death. Why was Clark the sole beneficiary in Evan Bard's will? Shall we catch up on the other mysteries we're trying to solve? The Golden Garden? The village of Mist Hallery is said to lie over the remains of a great city of gold built by an ancient civilization. Does it truly exist, or is it merely legend? An article in the Times put forth the theory that the Golden Garden lies somewhere in Mist Hallery. It appears an archaeological excavation team has been sent to investigate the site. The excavation team has yet been unable to uncover even the slightest trace of the city. Luke seems to be able to predict precisely where and when the Spectre will appear, but how? I find it hard to see how Luke can predict the Spectre's appearance without ever leaving the house. I believe he is hiding something from us. The townsfolk take refuge based on Luke's predictions. As an aside, Luke seems to be extremely fond of animals. Whenever the Spectre appears, the village is enshrouded in unusually thick fog. Is this also the work of the Spectre? They say the fog is thick enough to completely obscure one's vision. Is it the Spectre's doing? I couldn't get a good look at the Spectre because of the fog. I couldn't see an inch in front of me. I saw strange lights in the haze, but what they were I couldn't tell. The fog was far too thick. The sound of a flute can be heard throughout the town, despite no sign of anyone playing it. What causes this curious phenomenon? Even when the Spectre is far away, the sound of the flute is still audible. How strange. The music seems to be the same volume no matter where you go. That must be irrelevant. I'm told that the flute came into the possession of an Evan Bard who lived on Highard Hill. I spotted an old disused pipe that emerged from by Mist Hallery Lake. Okay. If the Spectre destroyed the library, they would find me under a pile of my favorite books. Should we just leave Goosey alone, or should we poke him in the bum? Don't think that I'll always stick out like this, because I won't! I'm not thinking anything, honest. I was just kidding, son. Haha, that's Goosey! That's Goosey. Maybe I do need to look around you. I suppose a bit of light fiction is an exchange now and again. Only mysteries for me, thank you very much. We have been I think it was up to you, but I did manage to find another hint. Emmy, you may want to return the book at some point in our investigation. Take my car at the end of the city. You can select your final destination. Got it. That way I can catch any puzzles I missed in London. Exactly. Now let's move on. Alright, well that explains why I wasn't missing any puzzles from London. I can still go back. back. Yeah, got it. What can you do with all these weapons? Seriously. My husband doesn't like the man, but Mr. Triton is a good man too. Oh, what are you doing out here? There's no water. Well, that's right between Grand Bridge and High Art Hills. Quite a haul, even for old Bucky. I imagine so. It will. Hey, for my customers, I would do anything. You guys want to ride? From here, wouldn't that be infeasible? The word infeasible is not in Bucky's dictionary. It shouldn't be in yours either. If you want to ride, Bucky has some great boats here. Okay. Strange place to put him. They could have at least had the river go through town or something,
Let's not question it too hard.
but... Oh, thank you, Fish. You folks sure are persistent. Chief Jakes is back now. Our chief is amazingly talented. Tell him I said so, will ya? Chief's office is straight down the left corridor. It seems to be an Officer Jenny situation. The police force in this game. Almost all of them look identical. Oh, you're always sad. The plant needs water. How terrible. They really don't look healthy at all. I know, we can sneak in later and water. There are policemen at work inside. I can't make out what they're saying. Should avoid listening to closed doors. A trophy? What did he win? Looks like it's been here a long time. Do you think they'd mind if we polished it up a bit? What kind of person calls himself Third Eye? Humility may not be the chief's strongest. He sounds like an excellent detective nonetheless. Let's reserve judgment until we meet. Oh, he doesn't look pleasant. Oh, I don't think I like the look of this dude at all. So you're the archaeologist who took it upon himself to investigate the Spectre, eh? Yes, my name is Herschel Layton. It is a pleasure to... Layton, huh? Never heard of you. How's your investigation going? Well, we're just getting started, to be honest. You look pretty typical for someone with 3 eyes. Annie, shush! Chief Jakes, did you investigate the death of Mr. Bard? No, we just let that one go. Huh. Why, you think Bard's death has something to do with the Spectre? I believe there is the possibility of a connection, yes. You determined that the death of Mr. Bard was a suicide. How did you determine that? Because we found a will. The mere presence of a will is not enough to indicate a suicide, is it? No, it's not. Kind of like how a tall hat isn't enough to indicate a competent investigator. Do I need to get personal, sir? some facts.
Confirm this. Bard threw himself off a cliff. We got a witness.
Clark Triton was your witness.
So you've done some homework? Yes, Matt Triton witnessed it while he was out fishing. If you got a problem, you can take it up with the mayor himself.
I see. Thank you for your cooperation.
Why don't you go and dig us up some buried treasure now?
What?
Layton, you know why they call me Third-Eyed Jakes?
Yes, I do. They call you that because you haven't left a single case unsolved.
It's because I haven't left a single... Yeah, that's right. And you know how I've done that?
Well, I couldn't say for certain without a full investigation.
Let me save you some legwork. I've solved every one of my cases because I see everything. I see you outsiders crashing my sleeping little hamlet. I see the mayor's son running around town with you outsiders.
With all due respect, Chief, we were asked to investigate the Spectre. Yeah, by the mayor himself.
Like she said. Really? Did the mayor ask that you drag his boy around town while you investigate Mr. Bard's death?
My father doesn't care to even know where I am right now.
All the more reason he may want to know about Layton here sticking his nose where it don't belong.
We should be going.
Layton, I've got my eyes on you. All three of them. I want you out of Miss Allery. You got it? I'll give you 24 hours to pack your stuff, get in that funny little car of yours, and go back to London. The clock is ticking, Layton, and this is not negotiable.
You can't do that! Hey, what are you trying to say? That's not fair! Let's just go.
Tick-tock, tick-tock, Layton.
Yes. Not a very pleasant person at all. At least he's got a good sense of humor. Chief Jakes is a legend in Miss Towery because of his track record for solving crimes. The chief is said to let no case go unsolved, and the townsfolk hold him in high regard for this reason. Jakes always seems to be one step ahead of everyone else. Interesting. Well, looks like this last mystery is going to be the Spectre himself. You would think we already had that. Haven't we been investigating that the whole time? Chief Jakes can't treat us like this. What should we do? We shall deal with it. Right now, I'm a little more concerned about something else. The police are supposed to protect people. Why would he act like that? Jakes wants us off this case for some reason. Regardless, we have a duty to seek them. And to that end, it's time to speak with them. Guess we could somehow take a boat here. Why not? You want to ride? Bucky has some great boats here. This stuff is for visitors to go to Clark Triton, Mayor of Miss Allery. Sometimes I hear strange noises coming from the cellar, even when it's empty. No one says it's probably just the wind in the floorboards. Sometimes I think I must be going mad. Maybe it's the old squire's ghost. You mean Evan Bard? Yes, he experienced a mysterious death, if I may say so, Professor. He owned most of the land in town and raised everyone's rent. On top of that, the only person he would speak to they took me here. Mr. Bard's death was strange. I see. Is there a reason why he would want this house? No, there's no reason at all why he would want Mr. Triton's house. Not as far as I know, anyway. Oh, don't mind my babbling. Here, I have a puzzle for you. Curious or curious? Lucky tablecloth. Your lucky tablecloth is damaged and you want to salvage it. You must start by cutting off the shaded area. Next, you must make 2 straight cuts along the dotted lines and end up with 3 pieces. Sewing these pieces together will give you a smaller square tablecloth with 5 complete 4-leaf clovers. Draw 2 lines on the cloth to show where you should make your cuts. Oh boy. This off first. This way. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try and solve this. Let's just use our hit coins. Try thinking about where the cloth needs to be joined to create 5 complete 4-leaf clovers. That should give you some ideas of bad forms. One of the pieces will contain exactly 4 squares of material. One of the lines you need to cut starts from the top right side of the shaded square area that you cut off first and travels down diagonally to the right. The piece created by this cut is a nice isosceles triangle. Top right side of the shaded square, diagonally to the right. So I assume it's making that cut for us already. The second cut starts from the lower left corner and heads up diagonally to the right. If you combine this cut with the one described in Hint 3, the 3 pieces created can be combined to create a rectangular tablecloth with 5 4-leaf clovers on it. Lower left corner, diagonally to the right. So, like this.
This is what I've come up with. That was it.
Correct. The tablecloth was cut as shown above. It's a bit smaller, but the new tablecloth looks fantastic, especially with the 5 4-leaf clovers. And since you salvaged it instead of throwing it out, I guess it's a lucky tablecloth after all. Interesting. I'm not one to gossip, but it is a bit strange how Mr. Bard left all his land to Mr. Triton. They were simply acquaintances. And the way Mr. Triton has changed since Mrs. Triton left. Yes, it's very troubling, isn't it? So very strange. I still don't trust this guy. I think he's involved somewhere.
Hello, Mr. Layton. Master Triton is in the second floor, stuff
How is the investigation? I trust that Luke hasn't been too bothersome after sneaking out. Quite the contrary, Luke has been very helpful. Clark, I need to ask you something. Of course, what is it? I need you to tell me what you know about Evan Bard's death. This is gonna go well, isn't it? I'll tell you the same thing I saw the police. I saw someone fall off a cliff. That's it. I didn't see anyone else around. I didn't even know it was Bard when it happened. Jake's closed the case as a suicide. Yes, well, that would make sense. the will. Why would Bard leave you his lands? Evan was my only friend in town with whom I could discuss intellectual matters, Herschel. You would have liked him very much. Of course, I was still surprised by the will. Chief Jakes confirmed the will and acted as the executor. He took care of everything for me. I became an extensive landowner overnight. I've been dealing with the red tape ever since. And Ariana and her brother? They are still the expected heirs as far as I'm concerned. I planned to oversee the land until they were of age. Unfortunately, it is unlikely that Ariana will live long enough to see that happen. So you know about her illness? Of course, tragic. I don't know what I would do if such a fate would befall Luke. Evan was so attentive to his children. I was surprised he didn't make provisions for them. And do you agree with Jake's conclusion of Bard's death? Well, he is much more qualified to make that judgment than I. They call him Third Eye, after all. Yes, I've heard that. The man has practically eliminated crime in Miss Tower. Aside from the activities of witches and specters, of course. What are you implying, Please, just this once, stop speaking in riddles. Some cases are deceptive. If the criminal confesses, the complaint is withdrawn. Case solved. Yes, go on. It's a common pattern among solved cases. Herschel, you don't think Jake's had anything to do with Bard's death, do you?
Would Master like to have his dinner now?
Don't. You gave me quite a start. How long have you been there?
Only a moment, sir. I apologize if you did not hear me knock. Am I disturbing the master?
It's disturbing me. No, of course not. Yes, dinner would be splendid. Herschel, Emmy, you will join us, and I will not take no for an answer. We have several aged wines at the cellar. Perhaps you could go down and select one. You want me to pick a wine?
Perhaps the master would prefer I select a wine to go with dinner.
Oh, no, our friend Layton is quite the wine aficionado. Isn't that so, old boy? Herschel, please. Well, it would be my pleasure. Where is the wine cellar? Something fishy's going on down there. Please select any bottle that speaks to me. I didn't know you were into wine, Professor. Is there anything you don't know about? To be honest, I'm more of a tea aficionado. I don't actually know much about wine at all. Here we go, Clark's trying to tell us something. Really? So why did Clark say that you do? It seems Clark fabricated a reason for us to go downstairs. There must be something there. I think we should do as he wishes. The cellar is through the blue door past the first floor entry. Looks like a normal cellar to me. What are we supposed to notice? Does anything look out of the ordinary? No, not really. Actually, the cellar has been off limits lately, so I can't say for sure. Off limits, eh? Did you get caught down here scarfing fruit tarts between meals? What? No! They were eclairs, and that is hardly the point. Shh, quiet. What is it? I thought I heard something. Maybe I imagined it. Perhaps it was a mouse. I beg your pardon. My apologies. I wonder if there's something like this.
Professor Layton, is there anything I can do to help?
No, we're fine. Thank you. Dawn, did you happen to know Mr. Bard as well?
Yes, I know it isn't kind to speak ill-hearted, but Mr. Bard was a man who charged exorbitant rents to those who lived on his land. So I believe it was not suicide, but rather that he was thrown from the cliff by an angry tenant. Surely a cultured man like himself is aware how the locals will gossip.
It's unfortunate that that is how Bard is you have selected a wine, I can carry on with preparing dinner. Dolman, has my dad seemed normal to you lately? He has been rather preoccupied, I would say. He has been spending much of his time in the study. Yes, clearly Clark has other matters there. Let's get going. You're not staying for dinner? We'll have to do it. Please give my regrets to Clark. Thanks for your help, Dolman. Of course, do be careful. Dirty cake. Somebody's good at stacking boxes. These look very heavy indeed. They must be packed full of things. I don't think I could even pick one of those up off the floor. I imagine the wine bottles have a puzzle. Oh, this bottle was dated the year I was born. Mature vintages are said to have a more subtle. Wouldn't it make you ill to drink something that old? You and for a wine rack, the bottles are arranged rather haphazardly. Did someone forget to organize them properly? These bottles on the floor can be rather dangerous. Let's put them away before someone. Alright, I feel like we're skipping ahead again. Puzzle 89. We are around 75 or 79 or something. In order to store this fine wine in an appropriate manner, the following rules must be observed. White wine should always be stored so that there is only one bottle on any horizontal, vertical, or diagonal line. Red wine should also be stored so that there is only one bottle on the same horizontal, vertical, or diagonal line. The two bottles already in the crate cannot be moved. Figure out a way to store it. Okay. Alright. Well, can't have any white wine here, or here, or here. And we can't have any red wine here, here, so. And then we just reverse that for the whites, right? Oh, still missing. Alright, I think that's okay. Let's see, white. Okay. Yep. Okay. Good. Yep. Alright. Whites are fine. Let's double check the reds. Should be fun.
This took some creative thinking. A gentleman leaves no puzzle undone.
Well done. The bottoms may be placed as shown in the 2 diagrams. Who would have thought that storing mine was so complicated? Perfect. I didn't know storing mine was so complicated. Alright. Oops. Oh, better do a save. Been playing this for almost 14 hours. I still think this dog would freak us out or something.
Master Luke, if anything happens, I will let you know immediately.
Thank you, Dolan. And please keep it between us. So what do you think, Professor? Between our trip to the library and God's story, there are many questions about Last. This, coupled with the Spectre not being recorded, cuts out of mysterious troubles. It would appear that someone is carefully manipulating information about these two reports. Falsified report and a cover-up conspiracy. This is shaping up to be quite a case. But who is capable of doing this? Only one person. Who? Chief Jakes. He's in a position to do those things. Luke is right. Jakes is the only one in this town capable of doing it. It's a public servant. That's unforgivable. Emmy, your faith in public servants is uncertain. However, there is no doubt that Jakes is withholding information. We need to find out more about it. Alright. Oh, Inspector Grosky, your muscles glisten in the country just as they do back in London. How dreamy! Hannah, what are you doing here? Grosky, I would walk on coals to get here, but I just took a cab. Emmy, do you know this one? Yeah, she likes to hang around Scotland Yard. I think Grosky is searching for someone. He said something about a lead. Oh, how exciting! He was even more determined than usual. I wish he would search for me with that kind of passion. He said he had a lead. Which way did he go? He just ran off that way. He's probably still at that four-way intersection thingy. We might still be able to catch him. That's good. A new episode has been undertaken. Hannah. I really don't know that I'm going to see this one. Another day of working a dead-end job and feeling, oh, I don't want to go home to that cold and lonely apartment. I need some excitement in my life. Ah!
Oh, apologies, miss. I was chasing after a dangerous criminal. I didn't hurt you, did I?
I'm alright. Not injured, are you?
Ha 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 ha. Grosky, injured? I think not, man. Now I'm put on the trail of the crook, so I'll take my leave. Stop there, in the name of Grosky.
Wow, he's dreamy. Those bulging muscles, and that pompadour, and that chest hair. Ooh! And yet he was sensitive enough to worry about. Such a gentleman. It's like he walked right out of my dreams. How wonderful. Why worry about my job or my apartment? I should worry about winning that man's heart. I must go home and get ready for this new full-time commitment. Wait for me, Grosky. I won't be but a short while, my big bear prince, my man of chesty destiny. Oh boy. A dirty king. Its former majesty has sadly been tarnished with silver chunks of silver when it catches the things. Let's do a save. Alright, let's see if we can catch up with this here.
What's this?
Ah, I see the chief of police has sent trouble.
Gentlemen, I hope we're not going to have any trouble here.
They're gonna get more than they buy.
Emmy, your methods are unorthodox, but very effective.
Thanks. Whenever you need a little muscle, you just let me know, Professor, and I'll be there.
I'll keep that in mind.
Who are these men? You think Jake sent them after us?
Looks like Jakes didn't want to wait the full 24 hours to get rid of us.
Was Mr. Bard killed by these thugs?
Unfortunately, we can't say for certain.
Oi, Layton, Emmy. I got a very corporeal lead on that Spectre of yours. Really? That's great, Inspector. The police chief in this town is really on top of his game. He said that an English gentleman and a young lady with an American attitude abducted the mayor's son. He added that they were posing as investigators, but in fact, they were controlling the Spectre. Sounds like you two have made some fast friends here. Is any of this true? Layton, explain yourself. Chief Jakes hasn't given us a full photo, that's what's true. Don't be fooled, Inspector. Jakes is behind this, we know it. Jakes? Really? So he's trying to pull one over on me, eh? I, Grosky of the Yard, shan't stand for such shenanigans. Bye. Inspector, wait! He really is quick for someone his size. Yes, one would need a time machine to stay ahead of Grosky. Professor, we didn't get to tell Grosky what's happening. Should we go after him? No, let's avoid running into Jakes. We need to continue our investigation. My concern is growing about this situation with Jakes. Chapter 8, Face to Face with the Spectre. Wonder how many chapters there are. 10 seems like a reasonable assumption. We need to work fast. Jakes has got it out for us. We'll be ready if he tries to apprehend us. We should be alright if we stay in well-populated areas. Right now, something else concerns us. Luke, who knows that you have been predicting the Spectre's appearances? Just Tomlin. He promised he wouldn't mention me to the police. I see. Well, young man, any idea when and where the Spectre will strike next? No, not yet. I have lost. Next attack will be somewhere between High Arms and the prison. You're a prophet now too? I simply deduced it from those notes. My notes? Yes. Looking at the records you kept would be quite helpful. I now know that the Spectre never strikes the same building twice. It has appeared in the same area on one occasion, but it spreads out into times. Of course, I hadn't realized that. It's alright then. By looking at the patterns, one can deduce where the Spectre will appear next. That's impressive, Professor. I might just stay one step ahead of James. Let's head for High Arms. Sounds good. Alright. This tower he lives in. The boy screamed with early morning Jew is elegant. Rising at dawn is worthwhile. If only to taste their pepperons. Yes, that. It's bad in Mr. Ori, they come through right jakes. Nobody respects the old two-eyed ways. What am I going to do with these When the Spectre returns, his villains will be broken. Another night of no regrets for Hugh. Looks like your prediction is correct, Mr. Layton. Why do you say that, Luke? The Spectre will appear tonight. Really? Please go on. Will someone please tell me what is going on? It's the water level. The water level? What about it? I should tell you something, Mr. Layton. Of course, by now you know that I'm not some supernatural oracle. I've been able to predict when and where the Spectre would appear because of one simple thing. I first noticed the water levels in the canal by chance. I was walking through town on a day just like any other when I noticed the low water level in this one area. Then, later that night, the Spectre appeared. It appeared where the water level had fallen below normal. I thought it might have been a coincidence, but I started tracking the water levels just in case. After that, it was clear that there was a definite correlation. Whenever the water level fell, that meant the Spectre would attack there that night. You came up with that all by yourself, Luke? Wow! I wonder if the Spectre somehow needs water to appear. Wait a second. Luke, why didn't you tell us this earlier? This could have been helpful information. It's just, I didn't know if I could trust you, or Mr. Layton. Anything else you're holding back? Like maybe where the Spectre likes to hang out after work? Wait another second. How were you tracking water levels across town if you barely left your room? I had help from my friend here. Say hi to Toppy. Ah, the mouse. Squeak! Luke, why do you have a mouse in your pocket? I told you, he's my friend. I can't understand everything he says, but I can understand enough. So you can talk to mice? Professor, this reminds me of a puzzle from an insane asylum. I don't understand any more than you do, Emmy. Well, we have seen stranger things since we arrived. So, the Spectre will appear tonight? Yes, if my theory is correct. Professor, are you sure about this? I mean, really? Let us see if Luke's theory holds water, so to speak. Should we tell Dolan so he can alert the police? Actually, no. Let's evacuate the residents on our own this time. What? Why, Mr. Layton? We are going to set up a trap for this week. We are? What are we going to do? What are you thinking, Mr. Layton? We're going to have a final shootout with the Spectre. How are we going to do that? First, we'll evacuate the residents. Then we'll visit the Black Lions. Solved. Luke used his abilities to talk to animals to speak to a mouse named Toppy. He predicted where the Spectre would next strike based on the rodent's information. Luke's ability to gain clues from a mouse helped him keep track of the water levels in the canals. Cool.
We got a bit of a problem.
I assume you're referring to one Herschel Layton? I must decide on a plan of action for when he finds out. And he will find out.
You already know about this guy?
I do. Fate is so interesting sometimes.
Professor, how are we going to tell everyone in the area to evacuate without the help of the police? Luke, do you know anyone who could take small operations? I bet Greg would do it. He loves ordering people around. Oh yeah, that guy's scary. If Greg told people to leave, they would definitely listen to him. He's probably still complaining over at Patty's place. Splendid. Maybe we can pull him away from long enough for his helping presence. Off to Patty's place. I can't wait to see another one of his specials. The new episode has been out. Tommy's Secrets. Squeak! Squeak, squeak! Did you see that, Professor? Yes, it appears that even the smallest creatures in this area use this branch. Squeak! Squeak, squeak, squeak! Squeak, squeak, squeak! Squeak, 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 squeak! Squeak, 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 squeak! What is it, Toppy? Is the Spectre going to appear again tonight? Squeak! Can you tell me the location? Squeak, squeak, squeak! North Eli, Great Eli Street. I understand. Thank you, Toppy. Squeak, squeak, squeak! What? You followed some people all the way to my house? What people? Who were they? Squeak, 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 squeak! Man with a top hat and a woman in a yellow coat. I wonder if it could be. Someone's here! Quick, Toppy, hide! Squeak! Luke, my name is Herschel Layton. I'm a friend of your father's. Could we talk for a moment? It's really him? Certainly. But first you'll have to solve my door puzzle. Okay. Still doesn't tell me what I'm meant to do with all these mouse holes. This princess up here. Alright. What? The Spectre is coming, but I have so much to do. I don't have time for this. The Spectre has no respect for people's schedules. Tapping me every time you come by is quite forward indeed. But of course I respect what one is forthright enough to be true to one's desires. Tap away then and let us be bound by our moral puzzles. But then, we should go. Mr. Gramser, might I have a word with you? You again. Stop wasting my time. To try to put you up to this. You tell him I will not be made a fool. Good day, sir. Mr. Grant, please. I'm here investigating the Spectre. According to Luke, it will make another appearance tonight. Are you telling me that the one predicting the Spectre's appearances is Triton's boy? Well, I suppose that is of no consequence if he is indeed right. He has been accurate before, yes? I'm afraid so, Mr. Grant. Tonight the Spectre will appear at High Arch. The police are very busy with all sorts of matters. We must evacuate the area. You are well respected in town. People will listen to you. Will you help us move everyone to safety? Don't you patronize me. I know when I'm being manipulated. I wrote the book on manipulating people. I have no reason to help you. Say that. ride for the safety of the people. They had better remember this. I'll help you, but what do you expect me to do? Am I to go door to door yelling at people? I certainly hope not. With your help, we can devise a plan. Let me call in some favors. I'll get a few others to help us. Evacuate! You need to evacuate the neighborhood, and fast. Luckily, you were able to recruit 9 friends to help you out. 2 whose voices carry for 3 squares, 3 whose voices carry for 2 squares, and 4 whose voices carry for 1 square. Where should you place each person so that the evacuation message reaches every square of the neighborhood? I think I'm gonna need some help on this one. Try to think about how to place your friends so that there is as little overlap as possible, but a little overlap is still okay. The easiest way to avoid overlap is to place the loudest people first and work from there. Think of the neighborhood as a grid of 10 columns and 7 rows. Grab the 2 people whose voices carry the farthest and place them as follows. In the middle square of the column farthest to the right, and 3 squares up from the bottom in the column farthest from the left. Middle square, column farthest to the right. So here. And 3 squares up from the bottom in the column farthest to the left. 2, 3. Okay. There, it's just a matter of filling the gaps. Perfect.
Some puzzles must be met directly. No puzzle is without an answer.
Correct. Commend your helpers on a job well done. Placing the people as shown above is just one way to get the evacuation message out to the entire neighborhood. Can you work out the other methods? Efficient, undeceived folks. Let's get going. We're burning daylight. I know how to deal with these folks. You let me handle them. Thank you, sir. We will continue our investigation. Welcome. How about a quick bite? Our food is 100% Specter-free, guaranteed. Are you too hungry? Well, we haven't had much to eat since we started the investigation. Perhaps it's time for a quick bite. Wonderful. I'll get some menus. Emmy, this is delicious. Here, try mine. You two might want to slow down. Your food isn't going anywhere. Neither of you can hear me, can you? Specter. And we need a trap to do that. A trap that uses the hotel. Can we do that? No. We will need the help of several people. But if we're not going to ask the police for help, what about the Black Ravens? That's a great idea, Professor. Let's head to the Black and find a crew. Only the Chief's favorite men get to go to the evacuation areas. Oh dear, now what will I do? May I be of service? Well, the lights downstairs haven't worked since the Spectre attack. We have guests tonight, and I can't just give them a dark room. Do you have any lanterns? Lanterns? Emergency lighting. Even a fabulous chandelier isn't going to be much use in a blackout. Let's say you need to light a room during a blackout using only 7 lamps. Each lamp will light the square it's on, and 1 square on each side. How would you place 7 lamps to light this entire room? Tap a square to place a lamp. This will light the squares in a cross pattern. The same square can be lit by 2 lamps. Tap a lamp to remove it. Okay, well, we should start with the corners, obviously. 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm missing 2. Still missing 2 here. Maybe. Starting. Six, 7.
A challenging puzzle, to be sure. I love the thrill of a good solution.
Correct. The warm glow of lamplight is quite nice to have every once in a while, isn't it? I think the guests will be fine now, thank you. The lanterns actually add some nice mood light into the room. I believe you are right again. Thank you, Professor.
I think the hotel's leaning a bit since the Spectre came through. The whole thing might topple over someday.
Joseph, are you alright? You nearly fell over yourself.
I'm fine. I've been staring at these walls too long. How's about you and me have a battle of wits? That'll get me thinking straight again.
What's you say? Well, I could never refuse such a challenge. The hotel owner, Joseph, has challenged the professor to a little game. There are 15 bottles on the counter. The player takes turns removing 1, 2, or 3 bottles at a time. Whoever takes the last bottle loses the game. Layton is going first. Can you help him win? Okay. start with 1. Whoever takes the last bottle loses the game. Okay, so... Oh, but he can still leave 1 for me. Wow, wow. Alright, alright, what if I take 3 this time? Oh! Tricky. So, so I need to leave what? 7 bottles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I should take 2. That's a problem. If I take 1, he'll take 3. If I take 2, he'll take 2. And if I take 3, he'll take 1. Alright, so 7's no. What if I leave 8? No, still not enough for a stalemate. That's what I need to do. I need to leave him with 5. He's left me with 5 again. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're back in the exact same situation. Alright. So, logically, if I need to get him down to 5, I should be trying to get to 8. done it again. He's too clever for me. Alright, experiments by taking them from numbers and bottles. It's possible for the player who goes first to win this game every time. You need to be sure to leave only one bottle on your last turn. Think about how many bottles you would need to leave on the turn before last to make that possible. If you can arrange it so that there are 5 bottles left before one of your opponent's turns, you can win. So how many bottles would you need to leave on the turn before that? Just work your way backward until you know how many bottles you need to leave on the counter after your first turn. I mean, that's as far as I got. On your first turn, you should take 2 bottles, leaving 13. The number of bottles you leave at the end of each turn is 13, question mark, 5, 1. Take 2 to start.
This took some creative thinking.
No, it took using my influence.
No puzzle is without an answer.
Well done. It's important to take 2 bottles on your first turn. Then, if you leave 13 bottles, then 9, then 5, then finally 1 bottle, you win. Well, look at that. You beat me. That was very entertaining. Thank you. So what were we talking about? Oh yeah, the building, cleaning. Well, in any case, the ground has been soft all over town for the past 2 months. Sinkholes, I hear. I think the Spectre is behind all this, but no one listens to me. Does anyone report to
Generation upon generations of that makers and it all ends with me. There's a time and a place for hats. Now all the kids want those newfangled sunglasses. Wait a second, we're still wearing a hat? Maybe there is hope.
checkerboard caps. There are 16 people standing in 4 rows of order. By moving only 2 caps, find a way to create a checkerboard pattern of people with and without visible brown hair. Of course, to meet this requirement, each row and column must contain an equal number of people with brown hair and without brown hair. Okay. So I have to move 2 caps. Alright, well, there's 3 in this row. So this one here. missing a cap. Aha, here we go. Move this one here, this one here. Should be right, shouldn't it?
A challenging puzzle, to be sure. A gentleman leaves no puzzle undone.
Correct. Someone with bright hair was hidden among the rest. It's possible to evenly line up those with brown hair and those without, after all.
You seem to really enjoy that one, eh?
Anything having to do with hats is quite fun.
I really think so. Maybe I ought to stick the hats off.
I know something about the Specter that nobody else knows. Is that so? What's that then? Think I'm telling you just like that? Solve this puzzle if you want to know. Fountain fight. Water in the park fountain is fed through 13 valves. One day, A and B are cleaning the fountain and come up with the following game. Taking turns to open one valve or two adjacent valves at a time. Whoever opens the final spout will be the winner. After the coin toss, A starts and opens two valves. Can you help B win the game? Okay. So if I just open one, I can respond to what he does next. Whoever opens the final spout will be the winner. Oh, they have to be adjacent. That's okay, I think I have this. Oh no, I missed that one. Damn. Fine. Damn. They got me. I'm gonna need help with this one. The key to winning the game isn't going second. Try to work out how you can use it to your advantage. To be sure of winning, there is only one choice for B's first move. Think about which valves can help B win. If the top valve is valve 1, then counting clockwise, open valve 8. After opening valve 8, take a look at the position of the valves. Do you notice anything? You should be able to spot a way to make sure B wins. Alright, let's see if we can go with that. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 4 left on that side. 5 left on this. Damn. Alright, what's the final hint? If you open valve 8 as in 3, there should be 5 valves left on either side of the fountain. When A makes his next move, B should match it on the opposite side. Give it a try. Okay.
This took some
That was
creative
complicated.
thinking. No puzzle is without an answer.
Fantastic. As A begins by opening 2 valves, there are 11 left at the start of B's first turn. In order to ensure a win, B must use this turn to open just 1 valve so that the remaining valves are divided into 2 groups of 5. Oh wow, mister, you actually did it. You might even be better at solving than my dad at solving puzzles. Thank you. Weren't you going to tell us a secret? Oh yeah, well, the Spectre is really protecting the town, see? Just like it said in the storybooks. When we went back to our house in North England, there was so much damage there. My dad said there were clear signs of a struggle. That's because the Spectre was trying to fight off something bad that's attacking the town. That night in North England, all we saw was the Spectre alone. Interesting. It's possible we were mistaken. Let's not dismiss anything until we see it. The Spectre is protecting us. We should be helping him. Well, next time we see the Spectre, we shall do our best to do the right thing. Really? You do that? Thanks, mister. Hey, it's Little Luke. You having fun with that toy train? Oh, of course. But I've been meaning to ask you something. Why a train? I would have expected a toy boat from you. Haha, you know what? I would have expected that too. Maybe I'll tell you why when you're older. Oh, you guys want to ride? Bucky has some great boats here. So we still haven't found 2 of these landing spots. I don't think there's any that's going to get us that much closer to our destination. We were suspicious, serious about Last Specter. I think you're ready to help me out full time. Oh, actually, I wouldn't be very good at closing down streets or evacuating people. You got it all wrong. I was just doing that for a little while. My true calling is fighting the tiny specters that threaten this town, the four-legged ones. What? There are more specters? With 4 legs? That's right, getting rid of these tiny specters, or mice as some call them, is my true call. Wait, you're not talking about actual specters, just mice. Just mice, how dare you? In a town with as many canals as our mice are just as damaging as any specter. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, now you do. Now that you see the gravity of the situation, you can help me in my quest to rid us of the mice. Just need to tap any mice you see pop out into the open. Get points depending on the type of mouse you touch. But if you tap Toppy, you will lose points, so be careful. Easy only good ones you take. It's a bit racist. Play a little mouse out. Alright, sure. This is hard. Your mouse alley rank has gone up. Great. Should I try again? Bring peace to Miss Dowry. I need you to tap a few more mice. Let's try to break 500. Nope. Okay. $600. Good enough. Farmer's wife. 1. Well, it doesn't seem to be doing much, does it? Right. Tell you what, I need to take another quick toilet break. Let's do a save, and I'll be back in just a few minutes. spin the wheel of tools. Alright, let's get back to it. Glad to see those ragamuffins in the black market didn't rough you up too badly. Putting a boat landing here too. Bucky, what are you doing here? Now that's a silly question. Where the boats is Bucky? Taking a boat from way up here would be unthinkable, Bucky. Word unthinkable is not in Bucky's dictionary. It shouldn't be in yours either. If you want to ride, Bucky has some great boats here. Still one landing. Alright, not sure how much longer I'll keep this up. My back is starting to hurt from shrimping. But we'll see how we go. I refuse to be bested in such matters. I seem to be in the spot. Might I be of assistance? I prepared some candy for a little boy, but I got all mixed up with my numbers and jars. Sweet sums. My children have been very kind to each other lately, so I decided to give them some candy as a reward. I have 4 jars of candy, A, B, D, and D. The combined number of candies in jars A and B is equal to twice the number in jar C. The combined number of candies in jars B and D equals twice the number in jar A. If you take 3 candies from jar D and put them in jar A will contain twice the number in jar B. Which jar contains 6 pieces of candy? Oh boy, it's maths. Alright. So, A and B is the same as C and C. B and D is the same as A and A. Alright, well, let's just try some numbers and see how we go. So if we say A is 1, 2, 3, let's see how that goes. So 1 plus 2 equals 6. Nope. Okay, so this has to equal the same number. So 1 and 2 has to be a larger. Alright, so if C and C equals 6, and we could say 2 and 4. 6. Now, B and D equals A and A. Well, that's not going to work, is it? Alright, let's start with 1 here. So if C equals 1, then these must also equal 1. B and D, that would have to equal 1 as well. Clearly that's not the case. Starting if C is 2, then this has to be 4. A and B possibly 1 and 3. Maybe 3 and 1. that's the case, A and A, so 6 is 1 plus 5. And we take 3 from here. That'd be 5. No. Alright. I could sit here all day trying to figure this out. Let's get some hints. All you need to do is figure out which jar contains 6 pieces of candies. Even if you can't work it out using complicated mathematical calculations, you'll still be able to solve it by figuring out an alternate method for determining the number of candies in each jar. Here's the puzzle with equations. A and B equals 2C, B and D equals 2A, A and 3 equals 2B, D is less than or greater than 3. Less than or equal to 3. Alright, so let's start. Say this is 3. So that instantly rules out D, having 6 pieces. Okay, so if we give 3 pieces of candy, jar A, it'll contain twice as many as B. So if there's 1 in here, for instance, that would go up to 4, which means this would be 2. Okay, so A and B equals 3. Nope, that's not gonna work. Alright, so if there's 2 in here, hey, let me check that last hit again. Greater than or equal to 3. Oh, well, that's not as helpful. Alright. A plus 3 equals 2B. 2B must be an even number because 2 is one of its factors. That means A plus 3 is also an even number. Subtracting 3 from an even number will always result in an odd number, which means A must be odd. So if A is odd and B equals 2C even, then what is B, an odd or even number? Help. Give me something. Odd plus odd equals even. Odd plus even equals odd. From this simple rule, you can figure out that the number of candies in jar B must be odd, and that the number in jar D must also be odd. This means that all the jars except C contain an odd number of candies. Therefore, the number of candies in jar C must be even. And if it's the only even jar, that means it must be the one with 6 candies.
A challenging puzzle, to be sure. A gentleman leaves no puzzle undone.
I'm sure I could have gotten it eventually, but we could have been sitting here all day trying to figure it out. Why are you taking your sweet time? My candy is melting. I can't sell these. I'll have to start all over again. Even a little bit of test patience, it seems a shame to waste them. What would you know about candy? I can't sell these now. It goes against everything I believe in. Aw, but they look so delicious. Hi, we have a special on fish. Huh? You're not here to shop? Actually, no. We need your help. Oh, really? Well, I think you should talk to Crow first. Thanks. We'll do that. Well, is their very own city general. What can I do for you, kind sir? Bro, we need you to help us set a trap for the Spectre. A trap for the Spectre? Nice. But what's in it for me? You'll be saving the town. Look, pet boy, this town never did nothing to save me. That's alright. I should have known the vibrator would be too threatening to help us. Whoa, what's that, pal? We're not afraid of nobodies. Besides, how can you catch it if you don't even know what it is? We're going to do what Chief Jakes has failed to do, expose the Spectre for what it truly is. That's some big talk. You really think you can pull that off? With your help, I think we can. Are you interested? Maybe. What do you need from us? Well, the first thing we'll need is... And from there, we'll just wait for the Spectre to appear. And then we'll have it. Let's go to where the Spectre will appear next. We have work to do. Interesting. It's getting misty again. Emmy, look, the fog seems to be increasing. The Spectre may be coming soon. I think it will be much easier to see through the mist if I wait outside. I shall accept the risk involved in being close enough to get a How's this going to work exactly? If I wait here, hopefully I can get a clear look at the Spectre. While I'm doing that, I want you two to hide some the same. Yeah, right. I'm going to be right at your side, Professor. As your assistant, I'm not going to run and hide if you're in danger. Consider me your assistant too, Professor. I appreciate that, but Emmy, we spoke of this rule earlier. We also spoke of exceptions to rules, and we need as many eyes on this thing as we can get. That is sound logic. However, if you are ever in danger, promise you will run for cover. Understood, Professor. You be careful too, Professor. Always. And now, we wait.
It's the fog.
It's coming.
Salute.
The Spectre. I can feel it.
I hear it, but I can't see anything.
We never found out what happened what she saw in those photos.
Oh, so this is a Spectre. Oh.
Professor? Are you okay?
Professor,
Emmy, Luke.
you saw it, right? You got a good look at the Spectre?
Oh, yes. I got a very good look.
Emmy, Luke, the Spectre is not at all what we had imagined. It appears to be... Oh, boy. There they are. Get 'em, boys. Chief Jakes. They're behind this whole Spectre madness. They're responsible for destroying the Salary. That's absurd. No way. You can deny it all the way to the station, Missy. My name is Emmy. Chief Jakes, you can't be serious. Let me go. I warn you, Layton. Keep yapping and I'll slap you with a resisting arrest, too. Jakes, you know just as well as I do that we aren't the ones behind the Spectre. The Spectre isn't what you think. Now that's just sad, Layton. I thought a true gentleman always owns up to his crimes. Ha ha! Take him away. Have a nice nappy. What? Where am I? Interrogation room. Nice, isn't it? I like to keep our suspects cozy. Let us out. We didn't do anything. Easy, Luke. What do you want with us? I demand to see my lawyer. You've been reading too many pulp novels, Missy. Once I explain to everyone that you're all responsible for the Spectre, you'll get your lawyer. Just sit quiet till then. Don't make this hard on yourselves. I want a roundhouse kick him between his smug little beady eyes. What is it, Professor? Jakes and his men were immediately on the scene, but they weren't alerted to any promises. That's true. Come to think of it, the police hauled us off almost right after the Spectre was gone. So, as if he knew the Spectre would appear there. Or that he knew we would be there. Wait, what are you saying? I believe this is all connected to the truth behind the Spectre. Which is? We must clear up one more mystery before I can be absolutely certain. Right now, let's find a way out of here as quickly as possible. Professor, are you suggesting that we break out of here?
Oh, got 'em. No problem. We don't gotta worry no more.
Worry?
What's so funny?
Oh, you must forgive my levity. I just find your confidence to be rather... What's the word? Quaint.
Is that right? You best watch your mouth.
You fool! As you stand here boasting, I guarantee that Layton is breaking out of your provincial little prison cell.
Escape! Oh, hi, fish. Thank you. A mahogany coat hanger, I believe. I think I'll have my bag up here for now. Well, in that case, I'm going to hang up my camera, too. We can use the phone to call Luke's father for help. It looks like an internal phone. Oh, yeah, that's no help. Look, in the corridor, I can see policemen milling around. They all wear the same uniform. Can they tell each other apart? Their manner suggests that the rules are not just a show here. Furniture is stark and uninviting, as intended, I suppose. I can't imagine sitting on that chair for very long. It's so high, I don't think I could even sit on it properly. Mahogany coat hanger. Professor Layton, I can't get the door to open. It appears to be locked from the outside. There's a keyhole on this side too, but we don't have the key. Luke, Professor, stand aside. Let me have one swift kick at it. Emmy, a noise that loud would alert everyone. Are there no alternatives? I know, I can call Toppy. Squeak? Toppy, we want to get out of here. Can you find the key for us? Squeak! Oh, really? What is it, Luke? Apparently there are 3 different keys. Toppy doesn't know which one we need. Queef Wandry. Layton, Luke, and Emmy need to escape the police station. Luckily, Toppy has brought them a key ring, but only one of the keys fits a lock. Which of these keys opens the door? The door won't open unless the key can be fully inserted and turned. Well, I'm leaning towards C, but it can't be that easy, can it?
I think this is right.
Nope.
Let me take another look.
Take a closer look at the shape of the keys and the key. Well, I got a 50-50 chance of getting it here. I'm not sure what I'm meant to be looking for here. Oh, 50-50. Let's try this one.
This is what I've come up with. Oh, I'm just not cut out for this. I think this is right. I knew I could do it.
So what's the giveaway? Keys B and C won't even fit in that keyhole. However, you can insert key A partway, then rotate it a half turn to insert it the rest of the way. I see. Okay, sure. That did it. Let's go. Good work, Luke. And Toppy, too. Quickly now. We still have work to do. Right, Professor. Professor, the police are patrolling all the corridors. We'll have to make our escape without being seen. Escape route. Layton, Luke, and Emmy need to get to the key and reach the exit without alerting any guards. There is a path that will allow the group to pick up the key on their way to the exit without passing in front of any guarded doorway. Unfortunately, the corridors are all one way, so they must walk in the direction of the arrows, or a path that shows how the group can make their escape. Okay. So to get here, we have to come in from this end. Can't go down that one. Oh. That's better.
Some puzzles must be met directly.
What? Where did I go wrong?
It appears as though I've missed something.
That's right, isn't it? Oh yeah, I see what I went wrong before. That should do it, right?
This took some creative thinking.
What am I doing wrong?
A little more thought is in order.
That should do it.
Some puzzles must be met directly. I love the thrill of a good solution.
Correct. Group has made it to the exit with the key and without being detected by the guards. Now they can escape the police station. We should go while no eyes are upon us. Made it out safe. It's already morning. Wow. Still can't believe Chief Jake's tried to lock us up. Jake suddenly seems invested in obstructing our investigation. So what do we do now? We have another puzzle to solve. What is that? Spectre's foods. What about it? Food controls the Spectre in a manner of speaking. We need to find out why it's heard all over town and who is playing it. I assumed that whoever played the music was with the Spectre. The wind couldn't carry the sound more than 100 yards, and it wouldn't be too dangerous to play near every attack. Plus, there was an echo to it. We haven't seen anyone around during the attacks, but yet we still heard them. Do you remember the sites the Spectre attacks? All of my predictions are logged in my notebook. Let's head back to High Up. We need to determine what the attack sites have in common. Let me guess. Pipes.
Hey, I know you. My dad arrested you and locked you up. Criminals like you shouldn't be walking around without a care. Come with me, you're under arrest.
Just how will you arrest us? We put up with quite enough thanks to your chief of police.
Don't hit me, or I'll pull you to my dad so fast.
I don't see your dad here, do you?
My dad has got a third eye. He's special. He's the best police chief there ever was.
He's lucky I don't give him a standard pair of black eyes and a third for good measure. Policing the streets. 4 police officers are assigned to guard you. In order to maintain peace, the officers must keep a collective eye on every inch of pavement in town. They can see down every road as far as it extends, as long as it remains a straight line. Place each officer on a junction marked with a red X so that they can protect the entire town. Okay. Seems easy enough. Probably too easy, to be honest. I have to be able to... I guess I have to be able to see the diagonals too, though, don't I? Alright, so we need one there. One there. This guy would go here. That should cover all the diagonals. Yeah, I think that should do it.
I think I've got this one. That puzzle was no problem.
Well done. No street is left uncovered if the 4 guards stand at the point shown on the map.
Well, give up yet? Wait, you got it?
Your third eye wouldn't even fool a child. Anyone can solve that.
Don't hit me, because I have such a kind nature. I'm going to let you go free.
Does your dad have a second brain that you can borrow, maybe? Did you hear? They made an arrest in the Spectre case. Maybe now I can finally do some proper sightseeing in town. Where do you want to go? Oh, I hadn't quite decided on that yet. It's tough leaving my hotel. It's so nice. To be honest, without Spectre, this town seems a bit boring. But I would like to get a look at this Golden Garden. Do they have tours for that yet? Before I head back to London, I do want to solve this puzzle. Would you take a look? House hunting. The houses in this town are numbered 1 to 88. I asked the boy 3 questions to find out where he lives. Is your house number higher than 44? Can your house number be divided by 4? Can I multiply a number by itself to get your house number? The boy said yes to all 3 questions. What is the number of the boy's house? Alright. It's higher than 44. Can your house be divided by 4? Can I multiply a number by itself to get your house number? Alright. Well, let's start with that. So we can rule out numbers lower than 44. So it's not 1. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 3 is 6. 4 times 4 is 8. 5 times 5. Hang on. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 4 is 16. 5 times 5 is 25. 6 times 6 is 36. 7 times 7 is 49. Which cannot be divided by 4. 8 by 8 is 64. 64 seems like a good possibility. It's higher than 44. It can be divided by 4. And that's 8 by 8. 9 by 9 is 83. No. 81. Yeah, gotta be 61 then. 64.
This is what I've come up with. That was it!
Ding ding, ding dong, he lives at 64. It's easy to know if you know your times tables. Hey, you just solved it for me. That's no fair. Oh, I'm sorry. What, you're some sort of smart genius kid or something? Well, thank you, I guess. Looking nice can be evil. I've seen many movies where that's the case. Take you, for example. You seem proper, and who really knows what's going on goes on in your mind. What a horrible thing to say. Yeah, I'm talking reality, lady. I've seen it in movies. There are people like that out there. Sorry if I offended you. I get carried away sometimes. How about a nice puzzle from my guidebook? 7 towers stand on a waterway, each connected by a bridge. One day the towers were tested to see which ones could be reached after crossing exactly 6 bridges, starting from shore A or shore B. It was discovered that all of the towers could be reached in this way except one. Keeping in mind that the same bridge cannot be crossed twice in one trip, which tower cannot be reached after crossing over exactly 6 bridges? Alright, so starting from either A or B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does this count as a bridge? towers were tested to see which ones could be reached after crossing exactly 6 bridges, starting from either shore A or shore B. It was discovered that all the towers could be reached in this way except one. The same bridge cannot be crossed twice in one trip. Which tower cannot be reached after crossing over exactly 6 bridges? I don't think there's any of them. You potentially get to all of them depending on your route. Unless this counts as a bridge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's try B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm clearly missing something here. Use the memo function to mark off any towers you can reach from either shore in exactly 6 moves without crossing the same bridge twice. Okay, so it's asking me which tower can I get to by making exactly 6 moves. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, looks like it's this one. 1, 2, Oh, I haven't marked this one. Okay, can I get to that one in 6 moves? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. Okay, so it's this green one.
I'll handle this one, Professor. You can't let a puzzle intimidate you.
Correct. You can reach the top right tower after crossing 2, 4, 5, or 7 bridges, but never 6. I came here to look for the garden, but I got separated from my friend. He was on the excavation team and knew everything about the project. I don't know what happened to him. My friend disappeared. So weird. I saw him moving in this place. What a mess. Nothing but rubble. This building was completely destroyed. The fog was so thick you couldn't see 2 inches in front of you. Typical of the fog that accompanies the Spectre. Professor, do you think the Spectre somehow creates fog? That does appear to be the case. Although I'm not yet certain what it means. Maybe it was just whatever associated. That's it. Finally, the puzzle pieces fit together. What is it, Professor? Do you two remember what the flute sounded like? Not just what it played, but the actual quality of the sound. Do you recall? It echoed through the town, Spectre drowned it out, or it had a jazz fusion flair. Jazz fusion flair. Everyone said they heard it echo through the town. Exactly. Even with no one near, the flute still echoed clearly. Everyone in town heard it, not just those near the Spectre. Is there anything that could carry sound throughout this tower? Anything you can think of? The information network through all pipes or down the canaries. It's those old pipes we have all over town. They carried the sound. I believe you are correct. The sound was carried throughout this tower in those old pipes. So it was the old water pipes all over Miss Tower. Yes, that's correct. I believe the pipes go all the way up to Bard Manor on Highard Hill. They start up at the lake. Professor, you don't suppose... Let's head to Bard Manor. I think all will be made clear there. But what about the kids? What did they uncover? Well, I guess we'll have to figure that out next time, because this looks like it's going to be a good stopping place. Chapter 9, the Spectre becomes clear. Ooh. Oh dear, look at all those puzzles I missed. Alright, well, I might work on those off screen. Yeah, I think this is a good place to stop for today. Maybe we'll even finish the story on the next one. And that will be on Tuesday at 1 p.m. Mountain Time. In the meantime, if you'd like to catch up with anything else I'm working on, you can find that over on my socials. There is my Blue Sky, that's my primary channel. You can find that link down below. That's where I leave any updates on streaming, schedule, alterations, or whatever. And it's also where I'm leaving daily progress reports on my Professor Layton challenge in Pokemon Shield. It is a Professor Layton challenge I've done in the past, but not with the 2 DLC packs, which adds an extra 200 odd Pokemon that have to be caught before the first gym badge. So, yeah, I'm slogging my way through it. I am also still working on my challenge in Ultra Moon, but until another Misdreavus shows up in Pokemon Go, I can't really do anything there. So, it's just a matter of waiting for the moment. Also down below you can find my YouTube channel. That's where I archive all my streams, including this one. I'll be uploading it this evening. And I've got a playlist for the whole Professor Layton